Sorry about that. A little too late for that. I was kind of just like troubleshooting in the background while also doing a really funny thing. Uh, nothing to nothing to pay attention to. Yeah, nothing to pay attention to. It's just fine. But yeah, I don't know how else it'll be other than yeah, basically. I'm not even sure at this point. All I know is that it's just a little bit. I don't know. Maybe this will be a little short of a stream. I'm not sure because I don't plan to do the whole rest of the DLC just yet. I mean, well, after Tomb Raider anyway. But yeah. Anyway, hello to whoever's watching the stream and hello to whoever's watching the VOD. I'm Andrike Sky Cyborg VTuber of the Massiverse, and we are gonna try and finish the Tomb Raider DLC. From what I know, the last level is just this one right here, and hopefully it doesn't take too long, but I have no guarantees on that. So I'm just gonna have to go through with it anyway. Not like I have any kind of control over that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead with it. Uh, there you go. Jeff. The Jeff is first. The Jeff. The, the Jeff that reaches out for first. Okay, that was terrible. No one would go for that. Not at all. It just doesn't happen. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead with this. Uh, however it may be. Okay, Croft Manor's treasure room. Wait, no, this is not the last one, right? This looks like it's second to last. I'm not even sure. I never looked through the actual thing. Uh, yeah, I never actually looked at like the order of the levels. Oh well. We'll be lurking while you eat. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Enjoy your lurk and enjoy whatever you are eating. Oh, maybe it is the last level. Whatever. I'll just have to go through it then. If it's really short, then I'll start a little bit of the Final Fantasy DLC after this one. But yeah. Uh, Anywho. Trusted friend, you have such a quiet, unassuming aura. I feel I could task you with anything, which is why I'm asking you to do something rather special for me now. As you know, I go traveling from time to time, and along the way, I've picked up the odd, curious trinket or two. I keep them all in a treasure room of sorts. I think part of me must consider it somewhat indulgent, hence its neglected state, and the whole place is now covered in a thick layer of dust. Would you be able to clear things up for me? Sure. Not like I want to, more like I have to. Okay, no, that's kind of harsh to say. I just do it regardless. Hearing the door unlock and close is really weird. It's really weird because I haven't even loaded in the level all the way. Oh, well. Okay. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Peculiar. Uh, There's even a T-Rex here. I don't know why I expected this to be fossilized, but uh, it's not. It's like a whole thing, a whole thing that I have no idea how you even managed this, unless it's an actual like sculpture instead of a taxidermy. Maybe this is a really good, like, really good spot to like kind of look from up high. Oh, that's yeah, no. Fine. I'll extend it out to that much. And I'll read her messages after I finish the level. Because yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. So. Yeah, it's very easy to clean this area if I'm on top like this. Okay, wow, Stream Elements, thank you for showing up in the chat. Not on the stream overlay, but it just so happened that it now produces like the live notification. And yeah, I put like the Discord command there just to see if it was really there still. Because it can sometimes malfunction and it can sometimes just do this or that and it just doesn't really, it really just doesn't make any sense. Because sometimes it doesn't work, even though it was there before, and then sometimes it is working, but it never really tells anyone or any, like, any person, or just anything of its existing presence. It just doesn't. It's just really finicky to work with sometimes. I don't know why. Why does it do that? Oh my god, there's so much dust. So much dust everywhere. Can't handle the dust here. It's freakish. Freakish amount of dust. Why do you exist? They're like cobwebs or something. Okay, not really, but they kind of are. Maybe it would be easier if I kind of spaced out a little bit further. Because now it's starting to get a little bit more difficult to clean. Okay, but it's already 16% progress. That's actually really good. Okay, so this level in particular is not as big as I thought. The first one was atrocious. The first one was atrocious with a whole bunch of parts in the buildings to jump onto and such. He's like, damn. Okay. Oh yeah, and it's just, I don't know. It's moreover just, I think it's just the layout of the levels in general. Like if it's really spaced out in between, then it's really difficult to get a consistent pace for it to clean. Basically. Oh man. How much further until I get to reach the latest DLC? I mean, I know I could just do Final Fantasy and then SpongeBob, Back to the Future, then Warhammer. But I don't have to go in that order. But I just want to be really orderly about it. Because if I'm not orderly about it, then it's gonna mess with my head the whole time. Just, oh, I'm not gonna be able to... He's like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do it. He's like, I'm not gonna be able to see it the same way. Like, of course, nothing wrong about doing a particular order of such, but I just kind of want to be organized about that chronologically. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Yeah, it's really, really difficult to clean from this area alone. I mean, I could just clean in whatever I can from this range, and then I just move around when I need to. The ceiling is just the most difficult, because it's just all spread out and spacious. And this angle is really tricky too, because I'm clearly just staying in place. But seeing it all vanish away. Boom. And I need a much longer nozzle after this one. Like even the longest extension can reach up to towards the other side of the wall here. Okay, almost, but it's still really impressive. The amount of reach I can get with this. I don't know. It's just something about it. Something about it that I really like. But then again, probably gonna have to move eventually. I mean, being able to get 30% progress when I'm staying on top of the T-Rex's head, it's really funny. I mean, it's just really funky. And then all these glass cases or pedestals. The glass case, the pedestals, and such. Oh wow, it's like actually uncovering, like it used to be really like too dusty to see what's inside the case, but now it's really easy to see. Wow. That's really nice. Oh god, what the heck. Alright, maybe it's time I kind of exited off the T-Rex. Just maybe. Not yet. I'll have to spray the top of his body first. And the T-Rex is just one whole body. It's not like separated into different categories, which is good. So then I don't have to worry, like, oh, his claw, or his tail, his spine. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that at all. Or at least for the most part, I don't have to worry about it. I'll be careful with the in-between right here. Kind of imagine like funny something in between there, but no, of course not. That wouldn't make any no. No, forget about it. Wash the filthy mouth of it. God dang. Just like shoot water up its mouth and right to the back of the throat. I don't even know if I could. Oh yeah, right, I haven't really touched the back of it, huh? Oh, it's fine. Oh yeah, there's like a whole lot of dust that I didn't grab here. Just because... just because of where I was standing. Although I was surprised I managed to get some of the dust off. Just managed to get some of it off. And that was pretty cool. Here's where it gets a little bit tricky. There's that, but come on, what about these shells? I have to like reach above it. Alright, there you go. Man, there's just... Okay, straying a little off topic here, but... Okay, well, not like it's gonna be on topic all the time with the game, because most of the time, playing PowerWash Sim involves like a whole lot of like chatting on the side anyway. But there's just so many things that I kind of want this year. There's just way too many things I want, and now it's just getting a little messy with that. It's like, dang. It's really tricky. Like knowing exactly how to really plan this out. Like there's figures. There's PC. Like and then there's like a whole lot of other stuff too. Games and collectibles. A whole lot of miscellaneous items that I don't really need, but it's also just something that I just want in general. Because I never really know the end of it. But yeah, it's just really weird. It's just really weird. A lot of it is just, what do I get? What do I want? And it's like, no, I gotta save. I gotta save for the stuff that I actually would use. But at the same time, there's stuff that I want, and it's probably gonna not be sold anymore. It's like, oh, this can wait for another however many months. I'm not entirely sure. It's just like, oh shit. I don't know anymore. Like if I would try to like save up for a much better PC, then I mean I could literally just go and do it, but also I just don't I don't know, not yet. Now's not the right time for it. Is that part of the Tomb Raider DLC? It is, Nezushi. Welcome back. This is the last level, actually. So... Yeah, I'm about to finish it. How are you doing? How are you doing? DLC do be cleaning. Yeah. I mean, it's all cleaning though. It's all cleaning in this game. You doing okay? You're learning SolidWorks. Oh my god. The engineering CAD software. Oh my god. Okay, honestly, SolidWorks is kind of. Okay, no, it's not that bad. SolidWorks is fine. Uh, it's just. Mm, it can be a little iffy with simulations. It's a little peculiar. You're not an engineer, you're an artist, but it helps with work, so. Wait, what? What kind of. What kind of work makes you use SolidWorks? What the heck? Could have been any other software or no? Um, that's so weird. Man, not too bad. Could be 3D Max. Oh yeah, I heard of that. Never used it though, but could be really complicated still. Nope. You're not the one making the numbers. You just use the programs. Ah, I see. I see. But even then, it takes quite a bit of practice to get used to SolidWorks anyway. But SolidWorks, man. Hey, it's fine. It's fine for the most part. It's kind of the thing that, I know some people use it anyway. I know some people use it, but, honestly, it's, it's so, it's, it's so expensive for a personal license. The only way you get away with it is if you are a student. No, really, it seems pretty easy, very similar to most 3D programs mixed with AutoCAD. The hardest part is learning how to do the drawings and the holes for the screws. Really? The holes for the screws are the difficult part? Wait, what about the hole wizard? The hole wizard just does it for you. Making holes for making holes for screws is just as easy as that. And doing the drawings for it is as long as you have the parts or assembly. And then you just put the drawing views. You mean you don't know the numbers for it, so it's difficult. Okay, yeah. Fair point. Uh, but yeah, once you get used to it, it's not so scary. Like you said, you're no engineer. You're not good with numbers. It's so I don't know. It's kind of surprising that there's just some people out there who just don't know like basic math. Like very basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And then whenever it occurs that I see like a VTuber like doing math on stream, it's so it's so hard to follow how they even think about it in the first place. There are exceptions, but and I don't know if they're doing that on purpose, like purposefully messing up their math so then it doesn't really match up at all. Like most of the time they do it for entertainment, but sometimes they really mean it, and it's kind of just a little concerning. But I guess it's not the end of the world. But apparently you're using the program better than most engineers. Ah, why most? What the heck? That's really weird. Which is very funny. I mean, there's lexic people with math instead of letters. Your sister happens to have it. That's a thing? I thought it was just, uh... I thought it was just confusion, not dyslexia. I can't imagine just... I can only imagine mixing up letters and words, but... numbers and operations? A little weird. I'm not sure. Yes. I guess it could happen. You ask if you ask her how to divide 24 by 3, she doesn't know. Oh god. Oh no. I can understand if it gets to the double digits like on both sides, but when it's just a little simpler, then it kind of gets a little bit... Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of... It's just kind of strange. Like, it's not that... It's not the most difficult thing, but it's still... I don't know. Just... It's just a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff that kind of confuses me. Just how the heck their thought process goes. It's like... Math, like... Forgot your timetable? Like... Your multiplication table or such? Or the numbers divisible by this number? How did that happen? All that knowledge lost because it's probably not going to pertain to your job, which, I mean, really depends on the person, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much, fine. That's why she's gone to arts instead of science. I see. Simply doesn't click on her head. And that's fine. Because if she doesn't use math every day, then that's alright. That's alright. But when it becomes really important in the future, then that's gonna be really concerning. But otherwise, it's totally fine. It doesn't click on your head how to play industrial games as well. I don't really play those either. I don't know, I just don't really like the playstyle of it. I mean, okay, well, that's not entirely true, but also it's not entirely false either. It's just that I don't really like the concept of it being as a game now. It's just kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't really have enough oomph to it, I guess. I don't know. Like it just, it's like, oh, buildings. That's it. I don't really think it's anything special though. So I just kind of don't play those because it's really weird. Yeah, 60 hours in Factorio, still don't know how to make proper machines. Your SO enjoys oh, significant other enjoys industrial games. Ah, okay. Wait, but spending 60 hours on it? That's surprising. That's a surprising amount of time to spend on a game that, uh, but still not, what should I say? Just spending a lot of time but still not know how the game works. I mean, that happens to me sometimes too, but all the... I don't know, it's just... It's usually if it doesn't really fit you, then you usually stop afterwards. But persisting forward means that you're gonna eventually know what you're gonna do. Maybe. It's... It can work out. A matter of do not give up. Because eventually it will all piece together. You try to play with them, it just doesn't click. You're an exploration kind of guy. Ah. Open world exploration. Oh god. Hey, open world is really fun though. Open world's really fun though. But the only problem I have with it is that you get sidetracked a lot. And it always happens to me when it comes to that. Or, well, I mean, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be open world, but just like games that encourage exploration would, still make you get sidetracked a lot. That and killing big stuff with oversized weaponry. You like it though. Monster Hunter? Actually, no. I mean, I think it is, but I've never played Monster Hunter. I only heard about it. It looks fun though, so maybe I'll try it in the future. There are a whole lot of varieties, so it's really nice. It's very nice. You recommend Monster Hunter World? That's exactly what I've been hearing. I've been hearing that World is better even when Rise is there. It's like even if Rise is the most recent, people would still prefer World, which... maybe it's just because of something they did. I don't know. The World is better than Rise. Interesting. Very interesting. Now I know. The potential amount of time I'll spend on that. Either that'll be good or bad. Uh, really depends. Really depends. Mm. Oh wait, the display case here. It's still dusty underneath. There you go. Rise is too fast paced and the weapons don't feel like they have a lot of weight. Oh. That's... Why did they do that then? What the heck? Why did they do that though? It's just something extremely ginormous, but then it just feels like you're holding onto paper. I, I don't know. Damn, I really like cleaning. I like how to... I mm, I I don't like cleaning in real life though. I mean, I like the end result. I just don't like the means to get to the end. Cleaning in real life, I can do it, but when I don't want to, then I just laze around. It's the mechanic with the wire books. Hmm. I don't know. Oh wait, no, I can't reach that. Where the heck is this? Okay, there's the stool. I'm not gonna reach there, am I? Well, not like I'm gonna be able to. Uh... The wire bugs. Not sure. Oh. Hey, dude. Like, the... I just got gnomed. Freaking... I don't even want to care about it anymore. The fact that this damn globe opens up just for a gnome to show up inside. Damn it. Wait, how do I close it back up? There you go. There you go, now I could clean it. The whole globe. I don't know who owns a globe that opens up in the hemisphere. That just... It shouldn't open up in general. The equator. But yeah, the game is a little less colorful than personally you're not very fond of, but there's people who like that visual. Yeah. People sometimes like the less saturated like appearance to certain games in atmosphere. It's kind of the same situation with how people talked about how... Okay, well, not really like the same game, but it's kind of a similar situation. People compared Arknights to Genshin, or, well, not Arknights like by itself, but I mean Arknights Enfield. Much better comparison. They compared Arknights Enfield to Genshin, and they said that Arknights is a little too gloom, like it lacks color, which I don't understand why they complained about that. It's as if they don't. It's like these Genshin players that don't really understand like why the atmosphere is like this. Is like, why isn't it more colorful looking? Why isn't it like how Inazuma looks, like where it's more purple accented, or or Sumeru with more green accents? Like a lot of this saturation of colors. It's like, why can't Arknight's Enfield have that kind of environment? But that's because Arknight's Enfield is dystopian. It's kind of post-apocalyptic, really. There's a whole lot of stuff that happened. A whole lot of meteor showers. A whole lot of meteor showers. A whole lot of depressing stuff that happens in between, too. It's not like a... It's not like a go happy story that you would expect it to be. I mean, yeah, it can have its happy moments, but it's not always like that. I just don't understand, like, the reason why people really complain about that. Because if it's part of the plot, then it should make sense. But if they did it and then it's not consistent, then yeah, that's definitely a problem. But otherwise, if it fits with the story and plot, then the visuals, like the artistic style that they go with, shouldn't be that big of a deal. Like whatever they choose, then it's completely fine. I just don't. I don't like it when. I don't like it when people even make these kind of comparisons in the first place, because they're not even the same type of game. It seems like they should be the same type of game, but they're not the same at all in any way. I just don't know. It's just a little bit... It's a little confusing why people even want to think that way. Just a whole lot of like comparisons of one game to another. And it just doesn't make sense. It's like these comparisons don't make sense at all. And they still do it anyway. Why? Because they always kind of think that Genshin's like the cornerstone of anime style games, I suppose. As if like there aren't any other anime style games that exist out there. Monster Hunter Rise is more an Asian looking game. You're fine with, it's just not your color palette style. Ah, you like more colorful games. Very... Yeah, it's really down to preference. I don't really mind any kind of style, just as long as it makes sense. Like if it makes sense, then it's completely valid. I'll accept it for what it is. It's mostly a preference, yeah. But when people make comparisons with other games that aren't really connected in any way, or don't have like a similar plot style to it, then it's really weird. I don't know. It's not a deal breaker though. Yeah, it shouldn't be, but then again, you never know how many people really... You never know how many people really complain about the smallest kind of things. And then they think that it's over. I'm not gonna play the game because of this one small thing that I don't like. That's the kind of thing that kind of just confuses me. It's like, you don't like this part of it, and that's why you don't want to play it? That's just bias at that point. It's like you haven't tried it at all and you're just gonna say you don't want to play because it's this kind of thing. Uh, it's like there has to be a valid opinion about it, like agreed upon, instead of something that's just because you don't like it. Even I don't like certain things, but it's not like I'm gonna go out of my way, say that I just like say that, oh, this singular thing sucks and that's why I didn't play it. I should have multiple reasons for that. You don't like mostly the fast-paced combat. So how fast are we talking about? Is it too fast to catch up with, or is it just too fast to like just too fast in comparison with the previous? Oh god, I cannot move. Because sometimes people like fast combat. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes people like it faster than it would normally be. Fast as in the fastest weapon, which is a gun lance. A giant lance with a gun on the tip. Okay, yeah, that does sound ridiculous. What the heck? That sounds extremely ridiculous. I don't. Yeah, okay, that's totally understandable now. It's just, did they do that for every single weapon then? Or did they just, or is it just something that, I don't know. It's just the logic that just doesn't apply. And not the staff that makes you fly or the small daggers. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense. What the heck? Like usually things that give you movement, or usually things that are smaller in size and weight, they should be the ones that have faster attack speed, but the fact that it's the opposite in Monster Hunter Rise, that's really strange. That's really strange. Yeah, I can see that. Also, the endgame isn't as appealing as World. I don't know how that looks, but maybe it's just how it is. Just overall better stuff to experience right towards the end. So most people finish Monster Hunter Rise and jump onto World again. Ah, I see. So then, so then there kind of isn't a point to playing Rise? Or maybe it's just... Yeah, maybe just that Monster Hunter Rise isn't as replayable as Monster Hunter World, I assume. Okay, I have to reach up here though. I cannot see where the... Oh, there. Okay, that's one part of it anyway. The endgame monsters are the two most popular black dragons and their raid bosses. Oh, damn. Fancy. Very fancy. Ooh. They're hard. That's the best part of it. when it's really challenging, but very like exhilarating, then that's where the whole like excitement happens. The whole fun. Very fast, very strong, very fun as well. I wish I could stay. I wish I could say the same for FromSoft games, like Souls-like games. I wish I could say the same about those too. It's. I mean, okay, it can be like that too, but that's not even. That's not even the same. The difference with the difference with that and Monster Hunter is that you encounter that experience very early on in Souls-like games, so it's not really fair. There's Millennia. Oh no. I am Millennia, Blade of Mikkel. Or no, no, please. Millennia is not fun. Millennia is not fun. Not unless you have something that, or like some sort of strategy that allows you to not die. Monster Hunter is more forgiving, you would say. If you make an error, you can still get back on the fight. Yeah, that's that's something. The sheer difference between Monster Hunter uh and Souls-likes. Because in Souls-likes, you take quite a bit of damage from even the most normal of enemies, and then you take an extreme amount of damage for enemies that are bosses or mini bosses. Like once you kind of make an error in like in Souls-like games, it's really hard to recover from that because either you're stun locked and you can't dodge or block or whatever, and it's over. And then you have to start from the very beginning of the fight. Heck, I played Sekiro just 13 hours ago, and I fought against the damn the damn ape. The damn gigantic ape. The guardian ape in Sekiro. That was just annoying. It wasn't even that hard once I got used to it, but it was just super annoying because it was just... It just kind of dragged the fight a whole lot. Like just... Like knowing when to attack. And if I get hit, then I have to like roll back as soon as possible. And then if I don't, then I die. Or if I get hit and I get stunned, then I can't jump back out of it. Or if I like do a misinput and then I try to do something about it, then I can't because I'm still stuck in animation and then I die. And then I restart all over again. It's so sad. So sad. Can I clean your room next? You have not cleaned it in years. I don't know if you want your room to be extremely wet with water. I don't think it's really good in the long run because it's probably gonna produce mold after a bit. I don't think it's gonna work. Did I beat the ape? I did beat the ape. It took a long time though. It took a long time though. It just took a whole lot of patience. I maybe could have done it faster, but I just didn't know like what kind of thing I should have done, but I did beat the ape. What? What the heck? You want mold? What do you mean? What do you mean you want mold? Wanting mold? That's not even gonna be clean anymore. What's the point of cleaning anymore if it's gonna be dirty again? No. You haven't played a Souls-like game in your life, but you would love to try one day. Uh, I'm trying to think of which ones I should recommend because I don't because I don't know which one is the most beginner friendly. Because none of them seem to be that beginner friendly. It's more like you have to learn and then you get to know how it works from there. Like once you learn, then it's not as difficult as you imagine it to be. You need to go back to Sekiro 2, never finished it. Wait, when was the time you stopped that? Because I know Bloody told me that he rage quit at one point, but Bloody, I don't know. I don't know when he, like what place he was in, like in progression. Liza P seems like a fun game. Liza P is amazing. Yeah, I want to try it too, but there's so many games in my library that I haven't finished yet, so I have to finish those first. I can't keep buying more games only to never play them until I finish every other game. I mean, they aren't supposed to be easy. Yeah, but still, it has to be at least forgiving at the beginning, you know? We know that Souls-likes aren't supposed to be the most easy game to play, but they're not supposed to be like extremely difficult to do at the very start. But, you know, it is what it is. It's like for veterans, go ahead. For beginners, you're just gonna have to learn through the process and suffer. uh, oh, you played it when it came out and never played it after that. Damn. So you just touched the you just touched the very beginning of the game but then never played it afterwards, I mean. You never touched it after you like died. No, I'm kidding. Like after Sekiro so-called dies but then gets resurrected. I don't know. It's really weird. It's really weird. Just simply like it's like if I finish it's like if I go through it I might as well finish it. But of course it's not gonna be like that every time. Oh wait, the ladder. When you get a job, you plan to go back to streaming again? You want to try more game types? Ah, yeah, good idea. I mean, I kind of motivated myself to stream just to complete my library of Steam games. Because I bought them, and then I never really seemed to finish any of them. Like, either I never seemed to finish them, or I never seemed to start them. So streaming them is a really good choice. It's just like, might as well do it. That's a good reason to stream. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of one of the things why I did this. Because I want to just do it for fun. See, like, like in my free time, I have to motivate myself to clear out the library. Because I still have a whole lot. To do. Because I still have Sekiro to finish. I don't know how long that's gonna take. And there's also Devil May Cry 5 that also needs to be finished. But I'm also nearing towards the end of that game too, which is pretty good. That means I don't have to deal with it again in stream. Because it's not like I don't want to stream it. Like, after I beat it, it's more like like my PC can't handle it, like streaming and playing it at the same time. Even though it's not really supposed to be that difficult to like stream it at lower graphics. it still kind of suffers a bit for me, which is why maybe potentially during the summertime I'll think about upgrading, so then it's gonna be much better graphically, performance wise, and well, just in general. It's gonna be a lot better once I upgrade. uh, it's just really weird. Like it's just again, it's just very cool playing it, but then it's like playing it with like good enough graphics off stream, but then playing it on stream and then I have to decrease the graphics a whole lot. And then it's like, oh no, it's already over. Like I wanted to stream Cyberpunk, but then I realized how terrible it ran from my PC, so then I had to stop, unfortunately. But maybe once I upgrade, then I'll try to stream it again, because it's a missed opportunity. But not on my main save. I'm gonna have to do it on like a different save. uh, do I have a game that I play off stream because I think it's not interesting to watch? Uh, not really. I mean, kind of. Yeah, sometimes. Uh, yeah, not really. I'm not sure. Because most of the games I play, it doesn't really matter whether I stream it or not. But if I see a game that's potentially like a good thing to stream, then it's fine. You don't really recommend lore heavy games. People get bored if I'm reading unless I have a great voice. That's the thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because sometimes people say I have a great voice, and then in reality, I'm just not sure if people really want to watch that kind of thing either. It's like, oh no. It's like I don't know if that's gonna happen anymore. It's like I have a great voice. I can totally just get away with it. But yeah, uh, depends. I just kind of play whatever I want to play as long as I enjoy it. What the heck? Hey. Like visual novels, yeah. In reality, they want you to call them baby girl. What? Uh, yeah. I don't. Maybe. Maybe. Uh, I mean, really depends on this. Really depends on the visual novel. I mean, I played Coffee Talk. Coffee Talk is really good, and surprisingly, that one's like the very game that it actually performed quite a bit. Performed quite well at the time. But I've already finished the game, so it's a little too late now to try and go back to it. But yeah, really depends on my reasons to stream at the end of the day. If you stream for money, those kinds of games are kind of off the table. For enjoyment, just do that if I want. Just do whatever I want. Yeah, that's pretty much just me. I don't want to aim for money because realistically speaking, Twitch doesn't isn't really like an optimal way of making money unless you are at a much higher status. So I don't know if partners even get like a good amount either way. Oh, no, I had a prompt. I had a prompt to pick it up. There you go. Whatever. I got stuck without a ladder. No, I didn't. What are you talking about? I didn't get stuck. I was just kind of messing around. Okay, but this T-Rex right here. Oh yeah, that took like an hour and such. Kind of fast, but not really. There's just a whole lot in this room. Okay, so Armor of Horus and T-Rex. Windows. Empty shelves. And phonograph. Or gramophone. I mixed the two. Phonograph and gramophone. They're kind of similar in a way. YouTube is more viable for money-wise than Twitch. Yeah. But unfortunately, I'm not making money on YouTube. I'm not making money on YouTube. I'm too small. I'm too small, so it really just cuts it off. It doesn't matter. Uh, Remnants of Scion and Philosopher's Stone. Philosopher's Stone from... No. Dagger of Xian. Chinese? Damn. And Iris. Wait, it's moving. What the heck? Damn. And fireplace, but no firewood. And more empty shelves. Globe that used to have the... Okay, let me put that... let me put back the gnome. Let me put the gnome back in. it, yeah, basically. Whatever. I don't make money on YouTube. I'm too small for that. And... even if I do, I don't think I'm gonna be making any kind of money anyway. I'm too small. Too small a person. It's not happening. That's unless... No, I'm kidding. It is not happening. It's not happening. But anyway, we're done with this level. We're done with the whole DLC too. The whole time lapse is just me on top of the T-Rex. The whole time I was just on top of the T-Rex. Man. On top of the T-Rex, but that's it. Yeah. I mean, doing this much on top of it, and I achieved like 30% progress, that's really funny. Okay, but yeah, that was Tomb Raider DLC. And then it's time to move on to the Final Fantasy DLC after this. Okay, to be honest, I never let another soul in here before. Not even dear old Winston. And I know he's tried. I've seen the scratch marks on the upstairs vents. It's actually a tremendous relief to enjoy to finally share them with someone. Okay, let's start with the elephant in the room, which is, in this case, is a dinosaur. Yes, it is real. Oh, wait, it is? Whoops, I disrespected the head of it then. Uh-oh. Not good. Yeah. I mentioned the first thing you did when you walked in was squirt him in the face, wasn't it? No, not really. The first thing I did was step on top of it, not really squirt in the face. That was like the whatever, like maybe the fourth thing I did. Like second thing was to like clean the ceiling. Third thing was to uh kind of clean the T-Rex in general, and then I squirted the face. I don't know. uh, it took a lot more than that to take him down the first time of asking. I can assure you. In one of the glass cabinets, you'll find a beautiful red stone. There's the fabled philosopher's stone, used to turn lead into gold, and also apparently to produce the elixir of life, the secret of immortality. I sense Winston knows it's in here and thinks I've used it, as he frequently comments on how I haven't aged a day since 1996. In another glass cabinet, you'll see 3 knives next to an ankh. These are the periapt shards, catnip for 500-year-old alchemists. One in particular let them get right inside his head. The ankh is an amulet belonging to the Egyptian god Horus. The suit of armor also belongs to Horus and is set up beautifully by the amulet. Lastly, I should mention what looks like a harmless old record player. It's actually the gramophone of Mendes, a devilish tool devised by the mad monk Rasputin. Wait. To play records backwards, enrapturing the souls of anyone within earshot. I jest, it's just a gramophone. A grubby little gramophone. So many memories, so many adventures, I cannot thank you enough for bringing them back to life. Perhaps it's not so indulgent to keep reminders of our proudest and most humbling moments. Our legacy is what grounds us, good and bad. In fact, it's made me itch to add some more to the collection. I think it's about time I paid a visit to my old friend Von Croy, after all. Thank you for everything, Lara. Alright, cool. And that was the whole Tomb Raider DLC. Hooray! Wait, no, I already did this, but I mean, I already knew that, but Midgar. Oh god. Okay, Midgar. I don't know how long this one's gonna take. This one shouldn't be too bad, right? Enter the realm of Midgar to PowerWash an iconic set of vehicles, mechs, and locations. Alright. Oh, this one's just $75. Hardy Daytona and Shinra Hauler. Daytona. Shinra Building. Reeve Twisty. Toosty? I don't know. On behalf of everyone at the Shinra Electric Power Company, I'd like to welcome you to Midgar. It could not have been easy to come all the way out here, so your presence is much appreciated. To raise our population's morale, we are opening an exhibition to celebrate the long and varied history of our fair city's motor industry. Two of its key pieces, however, have emerged from storage in, let's just say, less than pristine condition. If they're to take center stage at the exhibition, they must be spotless, and that requires the attention of someone who understands the full meaning of that word. None other than you, Reeve Twisty. Okay. I know nothing about Final Fantasy, but I know that it's cool. I know that it's cool, and I know that the most recent thing was pretty cool too. Mm, but yeah, uh, wow, this is really clean. It's kind of like void out there. Um, hmm, it's kind of like an eyeball staring at me. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's just a reflection messing with me. 20, thank you for the lurk. Although the command doesn't work like that. It has to be the command before the emote, but I'm sure it's fine. Enjoy your lurk anyway. Hope things are well. I can't read kanji. Those Okay, those chairs kind of look small. Maybe it's just because I'm outside. Oh wait, no, that's probably the kanji for Shina. Maybe. There's the hauler, there's the bike. Shina Electric Power Company. Yeah, that kanji has to be Shina then. No way it isn't. Alright, start with the hauler then. Yeah. Easy. Just like speed running through. Um. It just keeps going and going. It's already like 36%. The power of the damn... yeah, the power of the, the triple nozzle. The trident nozzle, as I like to call it. Oh god, there's still many more parts to clean though. uh... Oh god, I did not mean to... I did not mean for the camera to move like that. Nah. Wow, that's 60. Holy crap. Wait, so the bike shouldn't be that bad to clean then, if it took that... Like, if it took that little effort. Oh god. uh... Wait, I don't know if that's all the hauler though. No, definitely not. Brake light. This one? The very tiny bit of it. I cleaned the wing mirror instead. How in the heck? Okay, I cleaned that. I don't know what else I... The exhaust. This part of it for sure. There the slats. There's the window. There's the grills. Not mouth grills. Car grills. Car grills. Different grills. Is that it? No. Maybe that's it. No, it's not. Cab panel. Where? Oh wait, no. So, door handle. How much of the door handle? That much of it? That and the what panel? The panel. Like that panel. Okay, so oh, I can't even tell which. Okay, so it should be that the hauler is clean about now. The rest of it's the bike. And this one makes up the rest of the 36%. Holy crap, that's a lot of dings. Ding, 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 ding. Alright. I left the bike for last. Because it's much cooler looking. Oh god, I cannot. Ah! Clean. 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 Wait, I can't. Okay, never mind. I reach in there, and what the hell? Okay. Oh god. Okay, yeah, that's the only thing that's kind of tricky. It's just the parts in between and the interference between the parts. Because they just keep getting... Like the angles for the... is just kind of tricky sometimes. Okay. Almost. Oh god. I can't. Uh. Uh. Come on. The heck? Uh. Oh. I didn't get that. There's a kick. Oh, the kickstand is a thing too? Wait, it just stands right it stands straight up though. Where would the kickstand be? Huh? Oh, that's the kickstand. Rear wheel axle. Should be, yeah, somewhere in here. In the rear wheel guard. There you go. Time to drive it out then. Vroom, vroom. I, I don't know. Technical drawings are so annoying. You hate having to put all the measurements. You keep forgetting which ones you didn't put yet. Wow. Man. It's just dimensions, model items, and then plop, 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 plop. Oh yeah, you have to like be careful about the units of measurement too, if that was the case as well. Having it in imperial or English units, uh, or metric, uh, imperial, metric, whatever the heck. Oh, and I can't drive this one because it's door's closed. I can't even open the door like the other car was. That's the annoying part. Reading them is fine. Metric system for life. See, I don't understand. Why did the English I don't know why freedom units are even a thing. If metric system is also just used over in the US as well. That's the thing that doesn't make sense. Why? Why did we why do we have like these units to use even though there's one that's just universally used in general? It doesn't make any sense. It's too niche. Metric just makes more sense. It does. It does makes more sense. The problem is that the freedom units are there too. So then even if you like even if it's a good like unit system, it's just that English units are just there still. Like you can't just take it out because there's still people who use it still. You're guessing America is starting to adapt to the metric system? Not really. Not really. That's not that's not true. Not true at all. Uh the freedom system is still used. It's still used and I just I don't know. No, freedom units. Freedom units. Which it's just imperial units or freedom units. Imperial units because that's used all over the place, even in the US, but then it's so dumb. Then you don't know. Yeah, I know. I know a person who doesn't use or doesn't like metric system. I know a person. Heck, they were already in the chat here, so it's fine. You need to sing a song just to know the size of a mile. Yeah, that's funny. Uh, are you new? Or as you are to Midgar, allow me to say a few words by the way of introduction. I'm the Director of Urban Planning, responsible for the design of the entire city, including its heart, the Shinra building, in which you're currently working. Our organization run by the lauded President Shinra is split into 5 divisions: urban planning, space and aeronautics, advanced weaponry, research and development, and public security. I expect either Heidegger of public security or Professor Hojo of research and development to call upon your service at some point as well. As head of public security, com- Heidegger commands the city's military, while Hojo concerns himself with pushing the boundaries of science. Due to the highly secretive nature of their jobs, as well as their eccentric personalities, I recommend not making any ripples, let alone waves, when working with them for them. Now onto the vehicles themselves. The motorcycle is a hardy Daytona, highly maneuverable and powered by our company's first V-type DOHS or DOHC engine. This engine is the same as those used in small aircraft, so it does 0 to 60 in ICU. We've already arrived. The Shinra Hauler is a classic all-purpose vehicle that has always been an integral part of city life. While it may look clunky and unstable with its unusual three-wheel design, I assure its appearance belies its true power. Or on an open freeway, the hauler could theoretically keep pace with the hardy Daytona. Your dedication to your craft is everything, and we heard it was so much so. We're moving these 2 exhibits to the atrium. You have our deepest gratitude. Before I forget, after hearing of my assessment of your work, Heidegger, Director of Public Security, insisted on contracting you for his own division. While he does have a tendency to come off as rough around the edges, I assure you it's a byproduct of his passion and military background. That said, his style does not mesh with everyone, so if it doesn't mesh with yours, tread lightly. Yes, this request is vastly different from our first, but think of it as proof of our trust in you. After all, we wouldn't bring someone of your caliber all this way just to wash down a few sets of dirty wheels. Reeve. Okay, Scorpion Sentinel, which is 150. Oh my god, it's huge. Reeve tells me you're quite the shot. Shame those skills are wasted on cleaning up literal filth instead of enemies of the state. But no matter. As head of public security, my job is to keep the city safe. And one of the most effective ways to do that is through the deployment of devastating weaponry. My Scorpion Sentinel can snuff out insurgents before they can even start reaching for their white flag. But Professor Hojo thinks his test subject could quell riots better than a heavy weapons platform. To prove how wrong he is, I proposed a challenge for him. If one of his juiced up lab rats could even scratch my Sentinel, I'd volunteer to be his next test subject. I have no doubt about my machine stood the test against his mewling varmints, but I still need the Sentinel washed down. After all, isn't that what his beloved scientific process calls for? Evidence. He sounds really vicious from his use of vocabulary. Sounds very vicious, just harsh, just grrr, angry. I don't know. That sounds really weird. Oh yeah, I was able to pick up what now? The stool. The letter on the side, but oh my god, it's alive. It's alive. Why are you alive, man? You're supposed to be deactivated for safety reasons. That's just unethical. You're gonna kill me before I get to wash you. Oh, holy crap. It's huge. Huge scorpion. Oh, they actually like move. I thought it was like an animation, but it never like contributed to it. I thought the model didn't actually like move, like the collision points. But whatever. Just clean it all down. It just kind of looks like it got hit by green paintballs. Freaking using test rounds or something. And then it's just green all over the place. But yeah, this is huge. It's huge. It's huge. But what good is it gonna do anymore? Oh, it's like 5%. 5% of the damn thing. Hey dude, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I'm just cleaning off your stuff. Maybe I could use the... Oh god, I'm starting to get off balance here. You just finished a piece and was seeing which exercise you should do next. You just see a wobbly on the technical references. Wobbly. Or wobble. I don't know. Never heard of that. Or never learned it, really. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's probably something. Probably something important? I don't think I'm gonna clean anything efficiently standing on this. I can't just keep doing this like how I did it with the T-Rex. Oh, that's tricky too. In case I don't know. In case you don't know, it shouldn't be there. Yeah, I figured. I was thinking that shouldn't be a thing that's SolidWorks oriented at all whatsoever. I just don't think it sounds like anything at all. Like it doesn't even sound like an acronym that is used for any kind of CAD application whatsoever. It's just doesn't seem to be that way. I fell. About time anyway that I actually came down here. You mean you were seeing a manual for technical drawing, so that was just a reference drawing, so you can replicate. Ah, okay. But still, it's called wobble. Oh my god, it's in the way. Put the wobble in those lines. I don't know. Hey dude. Look at your funny eyes. Or maybe those aren't eyes, but... Okay, the fact that it's moving is kind of annoying. Because can't even clean it properly. Can't even clean the damn scorpion properly. It's just moving all over the place. It's pushing me out and it's pushing me away. It's just really weird. Why are you facing that way then? Hey! No, don't look at me. Look straight. Damn it. It's like a hair salon or something. I have to like keep their head straight while I cut their hair or something. But in this case, I'm just washing. Oh my god. I'm not a damn hairstylist. I can't keep doing this. Tail laser claw. Wait, I didn't clean it? Oh, I didn't clean the side of it. I fell. Don't worry. There. And I didn't clean the hair. There's a whole lot that I could wash up here. And I'm just vigorously washing like this. uh, uh, just kind of wash through all the way. Okay, no, I was kind of thinking, oh, there's probably have to. It's like it's lacking the music, but at the same time, I don't think it would be allowed for them to use like music from the respective game. I don't know. Probably limitations to that anyway. Because I know. Oh god, wait, no, it's not the same one. That's not really the same example. Like, I know for Final Fantasy, they, like, at one point had, like, a MIDI version of their soundtrack, and then there was, like, a different, like, it's like a different thing entirely. And then, some other points, uh, they just kind of, you know, ditched the MIDI version of it and then replaced it with the original again. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they do that anymore, but they did it back then. Why is this thing on? This scorpion should be turned off. It should be on once I'm done cleaning, not during the cleaning. Damn it. But dang, I'm only halfway done. I'm only halfway done and I'm not even actually done. There's still so much to cover. Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, that's good. Shit. I don't. I have to like cover like spaces in between the tail too. Oh man. It's weird that only a bit of the tail and like the scanner moves, but that's it. Like none of the other okay, well, I mean to be fair, if it did move its body or like legs or if it moved its arms, then it'd be even more difficult to wash. It was already annoying when the scanner was moving everywhere. I can't imagine the whole thing moving. That'd be really funny though. It's like a boss battle, but not really. If you start moving, like if this thing started to move and you have to like clean it. You have to like clean it. And then instead of like a health bar, it's like it's the progress bar that we see. That'd be really funny. But of course, this is supposed to be a chill game, not an adrenaline-based game. Can't be exhilarated at the moment, you just have to... it would not be the same game after that, if that were to happen. You wouldn't clean shit if it moved on you. Try cleaning a cat with a vacuum cleaner. Um, yeah, pretty much, pretty much why just cleaning something that moves is really, really bad. So no, it's not happening. Again, would be really funny, but it's not. It's not something that they would do. It simply takes too much effort to try and get it. Am I looking at the butthole? What is this? It's just something that kind of looks like it. Never mind. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna question it anymore. I'm not even. No. No, 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 no. Never mind. A field generator. Yeah, I saw the name of it, but it just looked like something else, you know. Yeah, yeah. You know, it, it just looks like something else. Yeah, it is a field generator, yeah, but it just doesn't look like it, and it's placed at a spot that just is conveniently right underneath the tail. Dirty mind. Look, look. I'm sure there's some other people who thought it. You thought it was a camera? Well, wouldn't you like to know that the field generator doesn't have a camera, so it's it's not even it's not even close either. Whereas if you think of it as a butthole, then it's probably it's probably pooping out some fields. It's pooping out some. It's just gonna be a whole bunch of force fields all over the place. You never know. You never know if that's how it actually works. No, but at least you didn't think it was butt. Okay, fine. Fine. Fine then. There are a lot worse people than I am. I know that for sure. They're gonna think of it a lot worse than what I said. uh, I know that. At least there's gonna be like one other person worse than me. They're gonna definitely be a lot. Mm, there's gonna be one more who's gonna top me with that. Obviously, there's people who are much more degen than us. Yeah, I could think of a whole lot of examples. I could think of a whole lot of examples just simply by doing that. I could be a whole lot worse, but I choose not to. I choose not to. I'm not even. But I just don't. It's not who I am. I don't want to be like that. And also. Never mind. There's no such thing as say so people in this world. No such thing. Even if you think it's just not possible. This is impossible. 88%. Shh. God damn. This thing is just huge. I can't even clean the whole thing. Oh my god, there's a lot of dings. A lot of dings. And no dongs. Just dings. It's not a doorbell. They're just bells. Just bells. Ordinary bells. They only ding. They don't do what doorbells do. Or maybe it's ping pong. like Japanese doorbells. Ping pong. But no, that doesn't. I don't think you can substitute the onomatopoeia for that for this game. You can't just wash, like completely wash apart and then have a ding happen, and then instead of ding, it's just ping. It doesn't work like that. It'd be super weird. Cause it's supposed to be a shine, not a kind of beep. I can't reach. Never mind. Dang, these legs are really hard to... It's just really difficult to wash in between. All the hinges, all the pins, all the connections, all the members, all those... Whatever the heck. It's all just a wreck. RL would be just as annoying. No, it wouldn't be just as annoying. It'd be even more annoying because realistically speaking, you can't clean this fast. It's gonna take a lot longer. It's... In general, this game does it much faster than anything in real life. Like, there's like a whole lot of steps when it comes to power washing, or pressure washing as it is in real life. There's a lot of steps to it. In this game, you don't have to worry about any of it. But in real life, you have to be worried about what other things you have to use. It's a totally different thing entirely. Oh god, I missed. There's that. I can't reach any of that. Uh-oh. I mean, I could still clean the tail if I wanted to. Okay, tail's not as annoying as I thought. It's kind of... Okay, no, it is kind of annoying. Never mind. Abdomen casing? There's that. There's that. Okay, there's a whole lot that I'm not seeing in the single. What the heck? Okay, a little higher then. Come on. A little higher. Uh, huh. I see that for a little bit, but um, okay. Oh God, that's a lot. A lot of dings. Okay, it's getting there now. Oh, the cannon. The cannon. Uh. Oh God. There's just and the cannon itself. Oh, I fell. Oh my God. My head. No. Ow. Please. No. No. Why? Why? Why do this to me? I didn't do anything. Man. I'm just minding my business. Uh, the bullying is real. Yeah, it is. And it'll never end. It'll never end. It just keeps going. It's almost done, but I can't see anything. Right here. And right. Wait, what? There. Oh. Oh, okay. How much more is there? 98% on... Wait, there's a turret on the abdomen. Where the frick? Where would that be? What? Where would... Oh, that's tiny as heck. Why would you need a turret there? Claws? Claw wrist? What? Wait, that claw? Oh my... That's... Okay, that's just not fair. Wait, where's the ladder? I had a... The wrist is like all the way inside there. Oh. Hey, don't move, you asshole. I'm not done. I haven't even cleaned one more of those claws. Or maybe it's this claw. Oh wait, it's trying to prepare for something. I don't like this. I don't like the look of this. I can't reach the angle. Is that gonna raise too, or is that... Okay, I can't tell. It's really weird. Clean, 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 clean. Headlights. Leg wells. Wait. The barrel vents here? Shh. They're tiny vents. Can't even... Can't even tell. It's so tricky to know where to look. Go on ahead. I don't know. Okay, I can't even clean it, you asshole. You're not you're not even facing the right way, so I can't even clean the rest of the freaking headlight. Oh, the shoulder well is very tiny. And the shoulder itself. I can't clean the head. There you go. Shoulder. Where is it? Where does it end up? Okay, I can't reach that. There you go. Mark 98 cannons. So that one raised that, meaning that's fine. This one has to have something missing. Cannon casing. Oh, side exhaust. That's fine. The barrel vents? Where would that be? Because I know it's like one... No. No. Where the heck? I can't even see it the same way. That's a barrel vent. What the... Where's the rest of it? Or is it actually on the other arm? Raised it for no reason. Okay, no, let me highlight it then. If it'll even work the first time. Sometimes the feature works, sometimes it doesn't. Or sometimes it's still really hard to see. And then there's the light wells, but who the heck knows which well it is? I don't even know where that damn lake well is in the first place. Because it's all lake suspension. Can't even find the lake well in the first place. Oh, wow. I should have known. I should have known. But I can't even see which part of it needs to be cleaned. Like, oh my god, the components everywhere. Okay, just to this angle then. There. And then the vents on... Oh my god, I did not mean to do that! Put it away! Put it... Actually, no, put it here. Should have faced it the other way. Mark 98 cannon barrel vents. Where would that be? Where would that be? You raised that arm, which means that you should be done, but I have my doubts. Like, yeah, see, why did you raise it? You're not done. There. Freaking... Oh, I could just raise it by myself. But no, wait, no, that one lowered itself. What the hell are you doing? So you... Okay, now it's just moving by itself. I didn't even do anything. So you did lower it without my permission. You asshole. Shoot your fuel generator. Shoot it with the very long one. Just... It's a bidet. No, this just shouldn't be a bidet. It should just be a power washer. In the end of the day, do not use a power washer for a bidet substitution. Just don't. No. No. Alright. But I'm on top again. It's kind of just moving. Let me see it raise its arm for no reason. Freaking. Oh, whatever. Behold, the Scorpion Sentinel, one of Shinra's greatest achievements in military robotics. Your identity has already been stored in its database as a non-target, so stop worrying about getting shot at this and start scrubbing. You're quite safe for now. I know you're eager to know more about the Sentinel's myriad capabilities. Its tall or it, wait, its tail is far deadlier than that of the creature it's modeled after, and its 6 tapered legs let it get straight to the point, if you will. And for those craven foes who want to shoot the Scorpion at distance, it has Mark 98 cannons and Mark 99 launchers. But you think we would stop there? Of course not. We also outfitted it with a close-range EM field and self-repair functionality. With the with this bevy of features, it's nigh unstoppable. We've received reports of gang activity in the Sector 5 Undercity and most likely Don Corneo's lackeys. I briefly considered deploying the Scorpion against them, but realized that they are the definition of small fry. It would be a waste of company resources to eliminate them. A much more fitting target would be those eco-terrorists that go by the name Avalanche. If they want to poke the bear, they had to best be ready to deal with its claws. I imagine Reef fed you some feel-good tripe about his plans for the future, didn't he? He sees the world through rose-colored glasses, but what he doesn't realize is those lenses are coated with the blood of our adversaries. After all, our company began as a weapons manufacturer for a reason. As I suspected, not even a fleck of paint out of place. I couldn't ask for a better condition in which to present this to Hojo. Perhaps that smug hack needs to spend more time ensuring his specimens' compact capabilities and less turning them into macabre monstrosities. Either way, I shall relish the look on his face when I break the news. Okay then. 7th Heaven? Midgar 7, Sector 7. What the hell? Tifa Lockhart! Tifa! The one. Is she considered best girl in Final Fantasy 7? I don't know. Either way. We've been having lots of trouble with Don Corneo and his grunts for a while, but last night took it to a whole other level. They stormed into 7th Heaven unannounced, ordered the entire menu of toys over, and proceeded to spill it on every possible surface. I would have beaten the snot out of every one of those thugs right then and there, but then we'd have a lot more trouble on our hands than a few small-time gangsters. Anyway, my friend's daughter Marlene has been hanging out here a lot, so I want this place squeaky clean for her. I do it myself, but it's almost 0 hour on a job I've got over in Sector 1, so I need the speed of a pro. I'd really appreciate it if you could get the bar looking good as new. Thanks. Alright. Anything for the one... Or actually, no, that doesn't sound right. um... Yeah, sure thing, is what I should be saying. Sure thing. Oh my god. That is really dark. Um, I'm worried that the ladder is here for a reason. Oh, wait, that considered me as a start. Okay, then. Fine. I'll just start with the doorway then. And I have to be worried about where I clean with the ladder in place, because if the ladder's in place, then it can leave some dirt behind it. So yeah. And underneath it. So it's gonna be a little different than how I imagine it to be. Okay, so progress isn't so bad. It's kind of straightforward. Oh, Yeah, I knew it. I knew it left a thing on there. Right. I know nothing of this place, but it may be significant to a little storyline, I guess. I just don't know. Okay, maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll play Final Fantasy VII. Not sure if I would play the original or if I should play the remake of it. I know just recently they released Rebirth, which, from what I know, people are having a lot of fun with. I know a person who had a whole lot of fun with it. And even to this point, they're still playing. And I mean a whole lot of hours. There might be people who are done with it too, but man, take your time with it. They spent however many years after the original, like, remake happened. And yeah, they just, come on, man. What the heck? There's the window, dartboard, and the frame of it. I don't. Okay, I don't get it. There's a welcome sign right there, but what is it trying to welcome? That's the weird architecture of this place. Welcome, but you put it on the left side of this wall right here for a particular reason. I don't know why. And there's like another welcome sign like right where the door is, but this is where you would exit. Or I don't know if this is an entrance to somewhere else, but I don't know. And then there's like a welcome mat right here. It's really trying to give you like a lot of hospitality in the wrong places. The only thing that makes sense is the mat right there. The floor mat makes the most sense. The one that makes the least sense is that sign right there. That sign doesn't make any sense with the placement. It's just weird. I mean, could be there because there's no other place to put it. I don't know, but seems really questionable of a choice. Either way, um, can't understand. What this, like, why are there so many pipes here? It's just probably leading up to something. Probably connected to something. But why? I don't understand. Imagine. Wait. Imagine I put Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as the stream category, but then in reality it's just me doing the PowerWash Sim DLC. That'd be really bad. That'd be really bad. I shouldn't do that. It misleads the people, and also I think Twitch will catch on that the stream category doesn't fit with the actual content, so actually, no, I don't think they'll pay attention, but maybe if someone brings it up, then it'll probably get reported or something. I don't know if any... Okay, I know that there's people who stream stuff on different stream categories. Like if it's a really obscure stream category that no one uses, then some people would just stream something entirely different just to get away with something. And you know, if Twitch doesn't look that direction, then they won't know about it. But then, that's not good because, well, for the most part, it's still misleading. And also, who knows what they're putting on there. It could also end up in the timeline somehow. Recommendations. I don't know how that happens, but it may happen. I don't know. You never know. Yeah, you never know. Oh god. I am just not cleaning the right spots. Cheese. 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 Macaroni and cheese. That's super random. Or maybe American cheese. Maybe American cheese. Not like I like American cheese, but it's just that like some weeks ago I watched Now Red, like, no, it was, I mean, it was still Nigel, but he posted a video on Nile Blue, and that one was about the conspiracy of American cheese. Is it really plastic? Answer is no. It's not. It feels like it, but it's not actual plastic. Just don't. It has a certain chemical, but that doesn't make it plastic. It's like FDA approved, I suppose. American cheese. And then it's just like, oh, it's just a modified version of cheddar. It's like the only thing is that one more ingredient was added for preservation, I assume. You mean Twitch shows the actual game I'm playing, so if I just choose Tomb Raider to that game, it should be fine. Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know if that's how it works. I don't know. No cheese ain't plastic. Cheese is cheese. FDA approved doesn't mean it's safe to eat. Well, depends on the person. Depends on the person. Yeah, people suspected that plastic is in American cheese just because of its texture. Just because of its texture. And people think it's cheese, but it's not actually plastic. You're saying it's not. European standards are better. I don't know how European standards work. I just don't. I just don't keep up with it. Because I don't live in Europe. And things just work differently. There's like colorants in candy that aren't up to European standards but are approved by FDA. Well, yeah. Anything that causes cancer is not sold in Europe. That's good. Good. Because I don't know why people, or I don't know why products still sell things that may cause cancer. It's like, oh, these contains ingredients that could lead up to cancer or something. Anything that can be misleading or lying can be on shelves. Yep. Hmm. Oh wait, it was mixed. Whoops. uh. Uh. Can't understand where the heck the angles are. Jukebox. Jukebox are so, Jukeboxes are so damn expensive. That can affect your body in any negative way. Yeah, that goes for a lot of things, really. Mm. Oh god, even the walls on here with like the jukebox, covering like that part of it. Yikes, that's really difficult to access. You mean European standards are gods, but at least you know something you aren't eating anything negative other than the plastic on the fish. Oh, still better than nothing. Still better than nothing though. Which you can't really control. Yeah, it just happens. Unfortunately. Littering in the ocean. God damn it. Microplastics. Absolutely everywhere. Can't believe it. And they just don't care anyway. FDA is better than no standard, but it should be more controlled. Yeah, I agree. Even be a little bit more truthful, too. Or maybe a little bit more reasonable. But to no avail. To no avail, nothing happens. Wait, wouldn't that make Japan better than European standards too? Or... No, I don't know if that's the same thing. Because I know that Japan has, like, their control of eggs. Like, you're able to eat eggs raw in Japan. And even the fish, too. Even the fish, too, you could eat raw. Sashimi... I mean, well, it just happens. Like, you could do that with... Like, fish is just regulated even in America or something, but Eggs, not so much. But there were recent stuff about how, like, toxic leaks were happening with Japan, and then it kind of reached towards the ocean, so people are a little bit more careful with what they're doing. So I just don't... Oh my god, the stark difference between this dirt and then... Wow, it's clean. Yes, but there's still substances like colorants of which aren't as controlled in Japan. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, for sure. The raw food there is better, however. It definitely is. You still wouldn't risk eating wrong eggs. Why not? But Japanese people do it in their country all the time. For breakfast, they mix it into their rice and then it's completely fine. It won't give them that some... it won't give them any of the side effects that you normally would get. You don't like gooey texture? Okay, fair point. Okay, in terms of texture, that's just preference. That's just preference then. You like the liquid gem? The, the whites? The egg whites? Or... Wait a second. Oh wait, no. Never mind. Oh, you mean the yolk. Okay. I was thinking, wait, the yolk could just... Like, the yolk could still be kinda gooey in the end. But, yeah, I don't know. You can achieve that with frying. Hmm. It still kind of ends up gooey, no matter what. Hmm. I don't know. Okay, I don't understand why there's just a random Gatling gun on the table. That's just irresponsible. It's just a random Gatling gun right here. Okay, there you go. Alright. But tastes better with meats and bread. Mmm. Delish. Delicious. Very good. Eggs Benedict? Hmm. Okay, no, that's a little too rich. A little too refined. That's not what people typically eat on average days. No. Doesn't feel as gooey. Ah. Which you still have to clean. Hmm. Yeah, just once things are perfected, then boom. Becomes very, very delicious, satisfying in a lot of ways. Anything that feels like a sauce tastes better with bread. Soy sauce. Soy sauce. Um, I don't. Maybe. I. Maybe. Never tried it. Yeah, it could be good. I'm not sure. It's not it's not typical for people to have soy sauce on bread, but I mean, could happen. Could happen. Not sure. What the heck? Dang. Oh my god, dang. The dings. All the dings. Oh my god. It's overflowing with dings. You mean in Japan? Surely that must exist. They love soy sauce. I don't know if it's the soy sauce that they like. Oh my god, it's the Buster Sword. Cloud's Buster Sword? Heck. What is it doing here then? Let me take it. Okay, Japan has a lot of condiments. They have wasabi. They have yuzu. They have whatever the heck they mix with. They have their own kind of hot sauce too, which is very funny. Like chilies. Just they have a lot of different stuff. Teriyaki, okonomiyaki sauce, curry. Oh yeah, curry. Yeah, they have curry pan. They have kare pan. They stuff bread with curry. It's so good with curry. Sweet chili sauce. I don't know. Or maybe, I'm not sure. They just have a lot of stuff. They probably have yuzu a lot though. That's probably tasty. No, it is tasty though. Curry bread. Curry bread. No. But curry bread is good. It's so good. Your only wish is to go to Japan before you die. I want to try all the food. Yeah, you should. At least once. At least once in a lifetime. Of- But of course I don't think going once is enough. I've been there last year. Unfortunately, my satisfactions are not fully satisfied. It's because there's a whole lot of stuff I want to do over there, but it's totally impossible. I can only imagine what else I could do, but I mainly did the stuff I wanted to do, so it's still fun. But the food, of course, totally different level in comparison to what we have over here. Oh, I'm standing on the light. Very funny. Once is enough to be satisfied with life, but if you could go more than once, it would be amazing. Yeah, true. Truly. It would be like once is nice. Second time, even better. I don't know. It just depends. It just depends on anything really. Like there's a like even even the sub-regions of Japan are interesting and unique in their own way. In their own way. it's just, it's so diverse. Yes. Yeah, it's really diverse. Like there's a section dedicated to beef. There's there's a side dedicated to milk. There's a side dedicated to ramen, and and there's other parts of Japan that have their own kind of ramen too. Like one specializes with miso ramen, one specializes in shoyu ramen and shio ramen, and then tonkotsu ramen. And it's just there's it's just too many spots that you have to go to, and they're all like spread out too. Any piece of land has its own story. That's true. That's true for the most part. But sometimes there are other times where it feels a little too much of the same thing. I don't know. Just probably just me. I don't really have. I don't. Okay, in my lore, everything is super interesting, but of course not that fleshed out with like a lot of luxuries and stuff. But in real life, I don't have anything going with me. There's nothing really to say about this place. It's all just politics. It's all just politics and campaigns, attack ads. It's so dumb. It's just unbearable with that. Nothing interesting for me. Even your small city has a story, but it's not a lot, but it has it. At least it's better than what I got. America. Yeah. Is it the best place to live in? Mm, I don't. I don't know. Probably not. Because it's not exactly that great in the best way. I mean, in terms of like citizen rights, sure, but in terms of everything else, not really. Like even like living expenses in America are just absurd. Like they keep like inflation in America is just the most bullshit I've seen in a short amount of time. It's just it's like, oh my god, it's getting so expensive. And it hasn't even been a year, man. It's like, okay. It's subjective. Whether you live there for the tourist spots or whether you live it for a much better living, like, or whether you're living there for whatever, whatever thing. I don't know. Wait, customer flow. Oh, okay, there you go. But that's everywhere nowadays, honestly. Yeah, but America's is just a lot worse. America's is just so much worse. It makes it it makes like other countries look cheaper than America with their prices. Of course quality is much better with that. But everything just either gets worse or it stays the same in America. It just doesn't seem to improve with anything. And then there's like uh there's just a whole lot of dumb stuff that happens. Like what the heck? Yeah, you heard about the hospital bills and student loans. Yeah. The most problematic back bar? Okay, I got that. No, I didn't get this stuff. Oh, I could clean the box. There. Alright. Yeah, it's just harsh. It's harsh. You just have to get by getting by. It's easier to live when it was decades ago than it is to live at this current year. That's how harsh it is in this time. It's just it just wasn't that complicated before, but now it's extremely like confusing. Now it's extremely confusing. I mean, what the heck? I heard that exists people who don't want public health care because that's the dumbest part. Yeah. Mm. But that's all countries. Mm. That's just how it is everywhere. I see. All it is just me complaining about America because there's nothing interesting. Because there's just nothing interesting to talk about. There's nothing interesting to talk about it because it's all just the same every time. And it just gets worse. And even like, even the Gen Alphas. Even the Gen Alphas. They're a mistake. Or, well, not like the children existing, but like the whole concept surrounding it sucks. It's like, who created this? Who made these people? Who made these things? The rent of your house triplicated? Tripled? I don't know. In 10 years. Yikes. Yeah. Pretty much. Living situations in general suck because of inflation and a whole lot of stupid stuff. Gen Alpha is a problem overall. Millennials and all this. I don't know. I don't even know if Gen Alpha terms originated in America though. Like, I don't know if, because it's not even English. I mean, it kind of did derive from English, but something like Skibbity or Rizzler. No, okay, Riz came from Charisma, so it is English, but Rizzler is just made up. It's bullshit. and and I'm gagging from all this gross stuff about whatever they're saying. It's so dumb. It's only gonna get worse from here, baby. Yay! I can't wait for the future. Just when the future was supposed to be cool, like Cyberpunk 2077, where everyone calls others chums and we call we all just call with holo calls. We don't even. We could just get cybernetics that could extend our lifetime. Man. But no, we get this. I mean, it's not a problem. The problems ain't the kids. It's the parents not monitoring them. True. It's the parents' problem. It's truly the parents' problem. It's just them. It's their problem. And the fact that they keep spoiling their kids with whatever they need, like whatever they ask for. It's just too much. They keep spoiling their kids, and then after that, they'll still ask for more. Like they keep getting things that they shouldn't be getting at a way too young of an age, and so they have access to way too many things. It's so dumb. It's like, is it that hard to parent? It's like, oh yeah, it is that hard to parent. Surely, but how the heck did your parents raise you then? Did they raise you the same way? It's like, oh, but my parents is like blah blah blah. It's like, no, how dare you? They did this for you, not because they were extremely hard, like hard against you. Your dream used to be traveling the world and stuff. Now it's owning a house. uh, because traveling the world is super expensive. It would be really cool to, like, just be a tourist in general, as, I don't know, your whole lifestyle. Because there's definitely people like that right now who just live the life. They just go wherever they please, and then, you know, they don't have to worry about anything. It's, it's just, uh, it's just really expensive though. And if people succeed, then that's their reward. Their kids, their kids are, they're dumb. You expect them to know what's good for themselves. Uh, sorry for typos. You're tired. Yeah, it's alright. It tends to be that way. Our cognition doesn't tend to be straight when we're really sleepy or such. It's already really late for you, isn't it? You should get some rest after this stream then. Like owning a house nowadays. Yeah. They don't know anything. But the parents don't know anymore. The parents don't know anymore. They're confused. Okay, that's too much of a rant. We've gone a little off the rails with that one. A little off the rails with that. I don't want to think about that anymore because it's really, really cringy. Or just Gen Alpha stuff. So dumb. So dumb. Makes me realize how Gen Z isn't really that bad, after all. We're adults now. And they're not. But they're so much worse than how we were. Now I want to finish the stuff you're doing. Oh, okay. Just don't overwork yourself then. Productivity is good, but productivity is good, but if you fall off because of lack of energy, then you'll realize that you'll probably need a little more rest. Any Gen looks gold like comparing to compared to Gen Alpha. They're going to spend an awful time. Yeah. It's pretty weird how it even went from there. How did it go from there? How did it happen in the first place? What the heck? None of it should have happened, but it did. Too late now. Too late to change. Yeah, too late to change. It's... Okay, what the heck? Stuff area floor. Oh, that counts. Okay. So I don't have to worry about too much of it. There. Terrible prices in general, their education and IQ is lower than most gens. Everything is predatory. Oh, and global warming also being a thing. It's always been a thing. And we're still contributing to it, unfortunately. It's it's just bound. Like it's kind of inevitable at this point. It's it's like it's not gonna change much if we reduce carbon emissions or something. There's still people who are gonna do something that really affects the environment. So it's wait, what the heck? Wall beam. Oh my god, that's ugly right there. It looked good on one angle, but it looked absolutely atrocious on the other. Uh okay. What is there then? Yeah, but who can stop it now? Uh the sun! When the sun hits the earth or something. I don't think that's gonna happen in long enough. Uh yeah, but society's gonna collapse. that's that's what I would think. Wall beams, wall lanterns. Oh, what? Which lanterns? This one? No one can stop it. It's too late. The sun is gonna burn the whole earth, but it's gonna be many years before it happens. You would need to stop pollution, and for that, you would need to stop the absurd consumerism. But as a result, no one's gonna be satisfied. Like, one side's gonna be satisfied, the other is gonna be super pissed. Wait, I forgot about the other wall lantern. That one. Oh, yeah. Back bar cabinet. What? Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay, back bar top. No one's satisfied in the end. Wait, top. Oh, no, this top. No, this top. This top right here. No, but that's the bottom of the top. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, even if things were to change, it's just not gonna work out. Ceiling shaded lights. Uh, wait, that's not it. Ceiling shaded lights. What? What the? Oh, this one. Okay, so that's the only one. Okay, cool. Let me take my sword, damn it. This is mine. Mine. I cleaned it, damn it, so it should be mine. Ex. Oh, no. It's not Excalibur. It's the sword of choosing. Uh, no. You would prefer to keep your life and planet intact, but oh well. Yeah, no, too late. Too late. It's not happening. It's not happening. Alright, and that's the end of that level. Oh god. There's so many times where I went really close to the camera. That's funny. Uh, but yeah, well done. Wait, let me see that again. Boom. It's like really up close to it. Boom. Boom. And that's it. Oh wait, so Cloud contacted us after. Damn. Uh, you're not the one having to deal with the consequences of your actions. Yeah, it's not gonna be us. It's gonna be them. Or it's gonna be whoever else. It's gonna be everyone having to deal with it. God. I don't know anymore. Oh well. Okay, let me see what's happened here. Hey, if you're available, I have a job for you in the Sector 7 Undercity. It's so upsetting to see the bar looking like this. I know it's not the fanciest, but it's like home to us and our regulars. A place for people to get homemade food and escape the daily grind. I would have loved to punch those goons right in their dumb faces. Probably wouldn't even have needed any materia. Speaking of which, do you do know about materia and Mako, right? Mako's the lifeblood of our planet and every living thing on it. The ancients thankfully learned how to crystallize it, and that's what we call materia. Listen, I don't know what you've heard, but Shinra, it's not as kind and selfless as it paints itself. The Mako energy they produce, it's made by draining the planet's lifeblood. Plus, the whole reason they provide it is to control the populace. If we allow them to keep harvesting it, we're assuring the planet's destruction. Someone has to do something about this, and Avalanche has decided that someone is us. That machine gun on the table belongs to a friend of mine, Barrett. He's as big and hot-headed as a behemoth, but he's got a heart of gold. He also cares about our planet more than anyone else I know. The Buster Sword belongs to my childhood friend, Cloud. He left to join Soldier when we were kids, but now he's out and helping us take on the company. He might not show it, but if you clean up his Buster Sword too, I'm sure it'd make his day. I can't believe how amazing the place looks and you're not even finished. I need help with final preparations for that job in Sector 1. So I've got to run, but I'll have Cloud come by to give the place a once over when you're done. Hey, Tifa told me I had to make sure you did your job. Huh, not bad. Done a lot of cleaning as a merc. You're the real deal. I see you washed my sword too. Alright, we done with the small talk? Got more important things to do. Bye. That's so straightforward. What the heck? Okay, Mako Energy exhibit, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna save that for later. I think there's only 2 more levels after this, but I'm still gonna save it for next stream. So yeah, I'm gonna have to head out then, because it's getting a little close to the time to consume food. Consume food. Whatever that may be, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna go ahead and just, yeah, in general, just end this stream. I'm not gonna do any I'm not gonna stream anymore after this until next Monday. So yeah, things don't seem to be working. What the heck? Things don't seem to be working, but it's supposed to be working. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and check real quick what's happening. Damn, my voice is so, so gone. It's so gone. My voice is so dead. And it's also, yeah, I don't. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad, but whatever. It is what it is. I am just gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna head out then. Uh, so on Monday, probably gonna plan out the schedule. Yeah, I'm gonna have to plan out the schedule. And I'm gonna have to do whatever I need to do. Streaming is fun but tiring, I know. Yeah, I I'm just gonna have to plan out whatever I need to do. Cause it might work. I probably have to to think about whatever I have to continue because there's X asterisk I still want to do. X asterisk. Oh. Okay, but it kind of worked last time I did it, so I'm sure I'll get to continue it. Alright. But I'm just gonna post out the schedule on Twitter, and I'm gonna have to remember to start posting the schedule on Discord as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna head out then. Uh, Thank you to whoever stopped by to watch the stream, including Nezushi, and as well as Owie and Tony and Jeff. And yeah, I am gonna stream next Monday because Sunday is when I'm busy again, and Saturday is kind of when I'm chilling, doing nothing most of the time. But yeah, I still have to do some other stuff before then. But for now, I'm gonna go then. uh, alright, goodbye. A little awkward, but yeah, goodbye.